welcome to my late night shenanigans. I am Sandra Waldrop and you are watching Kingdom Acres. Welcome, welcome. This is my segment on Craft Around the Clock. Should be starting here in about 2 minutes. Hopefully. Hi Kelly, come on in. Friends, just feel free to pop in and say hi. Let me know where you're from. So glad to have you all here today. If you're looking for a DIY corner, somewhere where you can go to where we're turning junk into treasure, then I am your girl. Hi Stephanie. Hey, come on in, tell us hi and where you're watching from. Let's see, 10:29. Hey Tracy. So yes, I wonder if this, I've seen other people do this and it makes hearts. Ooh, there we go. Yay, it worked. It worked. Okay, so today we have a fun and simple DIY planned in for several years now. Cake stands have been very popular. And I've seen them in all sorts of varieties and styles, and I am a sucker for a good cake stand. Like, I just think they're so beautiful, and they can dress up a table like just so easily, or a display, or even, you know, just like if you're doing like farmers markets, it's a great way to showcase your items. So, you know, they're just like, they're super fun and they come in so many styles. And so, hi Kelly. Oh, thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate that. So, you know, I just love that they're so versatile. And I had a few things around my house. I'm always just like collecting ingredients, if you will. My husband calls it junk. I call it treasures, my little treasures. We'll be driving down the road and I'll spot something and I'm like, pull over. He's like, ah, what's going on? And it's me. I've spotted something beside a dumpster or a trash can, or something that somebody put out on the curb for the trash truck to pick up. And I'm like, no, I can use that. I can use that for something. And so a while back, for Easter, I did oh, hello from Ohio. We have family in Ohio. My family is in Ashland. It's on my husband's side, but they're my family. New Jersey, nice. And we had friends from New Jersey. Very cool, very cool. LaDonna, hi LaDonna. Come on in. So I had done a Easter live where I used a piece of metal that I had got off of a globe kind of thing. They're made of glass, and you see them like at Lowe's and Hobby Lobby, and they're intended to be like kind of for like yard art, and I think that they're gorgeous, but I'm more of a repurposed person, so I've never actually bought one from a store. I did, however, buy one from, I think it was an estate sale. And it was just sitting out front of the house and it was broken. And I was like, can I buy this? And they're like, sure, you want to buy our trash? Fine, we were just going to toss it. So I bought it and I held on to it. And he'll speed past. My husband will sometimes like cover my eyes. He'll be like, don't look. And he'll speed past. He will. He knows if he spots it before I do, he'll like turn and like do something crazy to keep me from seeing it. And so, but I had used one of the halves of that globe of the metal for my Easter themed centerpiece, and now I have the bottom half. or top half. I don't remember which was which now because I took it apart so long ago, and they've just been waiting for me to repurpose them. But look at how gorgeous that is. Look at how ornate. Like, I just love it so much. It's just absolutely gorgeous to me. It has a really nice patina on it and tons of beautiful dog hair, excuse me. I have a golden retriever, okay, and she just blesses us with her dog glitter, and so it just ends up everywhere. so I'm always wearing, she goes with me everywhere I go. I've always got a little bit of dog hair on me. Okay. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. So yeah, so this came off of one of those yard globes, and there was two. There was one for the top and one for the bottom, and then the glass in between had been broken, and it had like a little metal bird. I have the metal bird right here on my stand. You can't really see it. Let's see. So here's the bird that was on top, and I just kind of keep it sitting over there on my vintage typewriter, and she just sits there with her simple sweetness over there. So anyways, I got this, and I thought, man, wouldn't it be just beautiful used as a base of a cake stand, right? Because I already used it as a bowl. The other half is being used for a bowl sitting on top of my bunny. Okay, so now this one, I'm like, this could be used as a cake stand. This sitting just like this, it hides it though. So I've got an idea. You're gonna see. Okay, so I am going to take canning rings. Who else cans and has 10,000 of these things at your house? I have so many canning rings. I have canning rings coming out my ears, and I will have more probably in just a couple months, because my garden is in full swing and I will be canning up a storm here pretty quick, and I know I'm gonna have to purchase more jars. I know I am. I have lots of empty jars, but I planted way more than I normally plant, and so it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge, I think, to get everything put in jars and preserved, but I think I'm up for it. I'll probably do a couple of lives when I do my food preservation. Look, 3 cats. Yes, the cats. When I'm walking out to my car, I have a barn cat who loves, like, the mama cat. She's fixed now, but when she gave birth to our other cat, so we have 2 cats. Anyways, the mama cat doesn't care if you like love on her or anything. Like, she's just whatever. But the younger one, he will like grab your leg. He wants the love. So I will pick him up and rough him up and, you know, give him the love, and I walk away covered in cat glitter. Yes. So I don't know. It's funny. It's just one of those things that it's evidence of a blessed life, I think. Evidence of blessings, walking around with an imperfect outfit. Okay, so, but I just want to get these to somewhat of a similar color of this. I don't want them to look too silver. I want them to look, you know, rustic and kind of, gosh golly, it's 10:30, isn't it? And so my vocabulary, which after having 4 kids was already limited, right? Because pregnancy brain is a real thing, and those 4 babies took it out of me, I tell you. And so now 10:30 as a 40-year-old with all the craziness of my life, I lose words. I lose the ability to form a sentence. Anyways, I'm painting these. All that to say, I'm painting these with black chalk paint. And then I'm gonna go over them, make them look kind of rusty with my cinnamon. I just love using cinnamon in all of my crafts and stuff. It just makes my house smell so good. And I actually have some baked oatmeal going in the oven right now, and that has cinnamon in it. So I'm excited for that. That's gonna be my breakfast this weekend. It's 11:37 here. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh goodness. Well, thanks for staying up with me. Thanks for hanging out. I know that these evening hours are precious. These are some precious hours to most of us. Those of us that are staying up just like to have a break. I know a lot of ladies who are like that. No, that's me time. That's when I sit down uninterrupted. Nobody needs a snack. Nobody needs to tell me a story. And I can just relax. Relax, yes. Normally, though I'm usually in bed, I don't usually go to sleep. Like in reality, my husband lays down and he just goes right to sleep. Like he doesn't have time for all the nighttime malarkey that I'm into, like on my phone and thinking up new activities and things and researching heaven knows what, all kinds of stuff, you know, ingredients in food and supplements to take, things to grow, how to make your own medicine, like all these things. All that's done at night. All that's done at night. Mostly. I do have a lot of hardback books though that I have taken up day hours with, because I don't want to have a book light on while my husband is sleeping. So, because that'll bug him. That he won't like that. So, but I do. I like to sit there and just read about things and come up with all of these ideas in my brain of what I can do next, and think of this grand idea and that grand idea, and then I get myself all worked up and all excited, and then I really can't sleep. But it's fun. It's fun. My best friend is like, yeah, if it's that ADHD, I'm like, yeah, probably. But really, that's a superpower. That just means that I can take on a lot and hop around from thing to thing and never skip a beat. Never skip a beat. I can just keep on hopping. All right. I'm going to put one more layer of black on this one, and then I'm going to sprinkle it with my cinnamon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And I touched it with my fingers. So now my fingers are black, and I had a spot. I want to make sure that I get into those grooves on top. You know how it has like the little grooves for your jar opener to be able to really grab onto when your rings get stuck. I don't know if you've ever had your rings get stuck. The jar opener is one of those unsung heroes in the canning world. Not a lot of people know what it is when they get it in like an all-in-one kit, but let me tell you, that thing has got me out of some pickles. Or it's got me into some pickles. Just kidding. Just because it's opening the jar of pickles for me. I'm hilarious, okay? In real life, I actually am hilarious. No, they don't shut off. My brain does not shut off. And really, you know, in the daytime hours, I'm doing all the things that I plan at night, okay? If I don't do the planning at night, then what will we do during the day? Like I've got to have planning time. That's my hour or whatever. Like for the teachers, they get their hour to like grade papers or whatever. That's me. That's my hour. Is when everyone else is in bed, then I am researching the next shenanigan, the next adventure, all the things. And so this weekend will be full of adventures. we have so many things going on. Okay, let me see. I've just sprinkled some cinnamon on. Okay, I had my black Waverly chalk paint, and I'm just sprinkling. I'm just giving it that rusty, dusty look. And you're not going to see these too, like, they're not going to be extremely visible. So I want them to be like similar. It's not a big deal if they're not exact. Oh, I think that cinnamon got in my nose. Anyways, so I'm on the homeschool committee for the homeschool graduation committee, excuse me, for one of the committees in my area. And the graduation is May 3rd, okay? And that was the first thing I had planned. I had that planned since like August 2024, okay? So then in October, my daughter does a calf scramble at the fair. And with that, we have to do like validation and all this stuff. Well, we found out, what was it? I think it was last month. No, it was in March. Okay, so that's not last month anymore because we're in May now. So it was in March. We had a meeting, and I find out May 3rd is validation. The two things are not, like, I'm not connecting in my brain that I have something else on May 3rd, okay? But we have to haul her cow to the fairgrounds for validation. Whatever. Like, I don't really have to be there for that, right? My husband can do it. Not a big deal. Well, then one of the leaders at church, after church on a Sunday night, one night, asks me, hey, do you want to come to camp with us the weekend of the 2nd through the 4th? Okay? The 2nd through the 4th. The 3rd was not included in that conversation, but it was implied, right? It was implied. Like, I should have made a connection at some point. Something should have clicked in here. And me being the person that loves all things children's ministry, like all the camps and stuff, like I'm always the one who wants to like do the pranks in the night, you know, against another team or another group or whatever. I'm the one who wants to play all the games, capture the flag and this and that, all those things. So I immediately say yes. Okay, so I've triple booked myself for 3 pretty important things, right? Like once you say yes to that, hi Tammy, come on in, thanks for watching. Once you say yes to that, you're in, right? You have to follow through. So I was telling my friend and she's like, well, you need a clone. I was like, well, thankfully one of my clones has stepped up to do graduation. My oldest daughter is going to cover graduation for me. She's already graduated. She knows how this goes. She graduated with this committee. She knows how this goes. And even before that, she had been to several homeschool graduations for friends of hers. So she is able to help. Okay, she's a very capable person, even if she had never experienced it before. Like, I would call on her to help with something like that. So my husband's got the cow business thing happening, the validation. My daughter is gonna do the graduation, and I'm going to camp with my youngest daughter and my best friend and her daughter and, you know, 20 screaming little girls from church. It's gonna be a blast. But I could not believe that I triple booked myself like that. I cannot be the only one. I'm like, I need to make better use of my calendar on my phone. That way when somebody asks me a question, when I am tempted to just say, yes, of course, I can be like, oh, let me check my calendar like, let me look. Okay, no, I have already 3 other things scheduled that day. It's not going to be possible, right? I mean, oh, you know, it's just one of those things. One of those things. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm just going to plug in my hot glue gun. So we've got all that going on. And I'm really excited, but I've never been to this camp before. So I don't really know what to expect. Okay, I don't know if there are, I've been told to bring food. I have been told that snacks are a must, that the meals are very light, okay? Which is not a big deal because I have food allergies. So even if they fed, you know, everyone really great, I would still need to bring like my boiled eggs and, you know, things that I know don't have contaminants that are going to like make me sick up there. So I've been spending my day, second part of my day, I've been spending it just cooking and preparing, boiling all the eggs, baking the chicken, making my oatmeal bars and things, and just trying to get squared away in that area. So I got this this round from Walmart. I want to say it was like $6. It wasn't super duper expensive. And if you think about it, like for what we're using it for, $6 though to me is a little steep for like a craft ingredient piece, whatever you want to call it. It, you know, it's going to be made into something gorgeous and amazing. Oh gosh, it's 10:30 and I'm crazy. Okay, it's fine. Let me get my tool bag. I just brought my whole tool bag. I've got all kinds of crazy stuff in here. My husband bought it for me, and he got it purple because he was like, it will just be for you and I won't use your tools. And then the next thing I know, he's using a purple hammer. Yes. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Yes. So I can forgive him for using my purple hammer and all those things because he does well getting me out of all of my all the messes I get myself into. He's the guy that gets me. Okay, maybe this will work. Maybe I can just kind of fill it upward. One thing I noticed about this little thing is like really stapled on. Like they didn't know what you were gonna be hanging on this, like putting on the front. I don't know if people like put metal pieces or something on the front, but they were gonna make this like on there, and it is. Hey Erin, hey James and Sharonda, come on in y'all. We're just over here late night crafting, pretending like I don't have to be at the church at 5:45 in the morning. That's okay. I'm not a person that needs a ton of sleep. So that is, so it's not that big of a deal. Maybe just some pliers. Goodness gracious. You know, my children take things out of this too sometimes, but it's usually just me. I can say it's my kids, I can say it's my husband, but it's probably something I did myself. I probably took out my whatever I thought was in there that was going to help me with this, get these pliers out. I was looking for, oh, you know what? They might be over here. Did I, oh. No, these aren't what I was looking for, but these will work. These might work. Yes, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a flathead screwdriver, but I'm thinking maybe, yes, just something that I can grab with. This is working. Woohoo! I got one. I got one. Eureka. Okay. And it's working. It's working really well. Yay! I could have done this beforehand, but I figured it would be great amusement for you all seeing me fight this piece of wood for these staples. All right. It's coming along. It's coming along. It's working. It's working its way out. What do y'all have going on this weekend? I know Erin's got the soccer going on with her kiddos. Are there going to be races this weekend, Erin? There we go. I got that side. This side, it left a little piece. It left a little piece. Let's see if I can get it out. If not, I can probably just file it down or hammer it in or something. Yeah. My hammer. Hey, Mandy. Come on in. Join the craziness. This is my late night crazy crafting over here. Got all kinds of craziness happening. And I'm telling everyone all about my overscheduling abilities. How well I've been triple scheduling myself, in fact, but it has all seemed to work out. Praise God. You know, God's in the details, right? He knows. He knows. And the graduation committee is a ministry, so that is something that we do for the Lord. Getting your hair done. Oh, and then working all weekend, every weekend. Oh, that sounds fun. What do y'all do for work? Soccer and racing, yes. Y'all, Erin does some really cool stuff with her boys. Her boys they drive, okay? They drive little race cars. She has a 3-year-old, well, she has a baby, and then she has a 3-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 9-year-old. I think I got those ages right. Listen, I can barely keep up with my own kids' ages. And it's 10:30, almost 11. So, anyways, but these boys, they drive race cars, like little tiny ones, but they're doing it. They're doing it. And the little guy, he's even got a little zoomy thing, and I've seen him ride it, and he's very talented at all of that. So I'm just saying, he's gonna go places. He's going places. 3, 7, and almost 9. Yeah, I thought I was a little off there. I knew he was about to be 9-ish. He's in that range. Like the other day, was it the other day? No, it was yesterday. Lily was all mad. Lily is my middle daughter. That's how I can say that. My middle daughter, she was all mad because my oldest daughter keeps saying, you know, she'll like misspeak, and she's like, "You're only 11." No, she's 14. She's 14. I'm like, yes. But that's how it is when you're an oldest child, right? Like you kind of fall into a second mom role. Let's see here. There's my glue sticks. Oh, no, this one's still sticking out. Oh, okay. It just didn't move up. That's fine. It was just being resistant to the life I have in store for it. Okay. Now we're going. I'm trying not to be too crazy with this. Hopefully this will be the quality work that we're all used to here at Kingdom Acres. For my late night crafting. And I can always go back and touch up the hot glue. I don't like for the hot glue to show, so I'll probably paint that and disguise it to make it look like something. I have like a piece of fabric or something sticking out here. It's probably off of my hot glue gun. It's the last thing I hot glued was cheesecloth, and that stuff is very fibrous. Okay, let me get this little piece right here. It's gonna fight me. It wants to fight. It wants to fight. Oops. Okay. Okay. And if this doesn't stay, I just had song lyrics pop into my head. If it doesn't stay, I will love it anyway. Just kidding. If it doesn't stay, I will reinforce it with some E6000 or something, like some Loctite or something crazy that'll like make it hold. I'll force it. A sales associate. Okay, ooh, fun. See, if I did a job like that, I would not make any money because I would just come home with all of the stuff. All of the stuff. Yes. My last job that I had, it was my last job outside of the house that I was paid for. I do a lot of volunteer work that I can put on a resume, but I don't ever make money. Don't ever make any money. In fact, it costs us money. But the last paying job where I was gainfully employed, I was when we were living in Odessa, Texas, and I was a caseworker for SNAP and Medicaid. So that's my background, is casework. I went to school for social work at New Mexico State University, and I just like to be with people. Okay, I like to work with people. I like to help people. I like to, see people succeed in life, teach them new skills, and just watch them fly. Watch them fly. You know what? I don't know why I put that on yet. I'm not ready to put that. Okay. Okay, so we've got this. We've got this, okay? That's looking pretty good, okay? I should not have put that top glue yet though, because I'm not ready for it. I want to do something with this, and we have 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my gallon jug of coffee grunge, okay? Coffee grunge is not my recipe. It is Tracy's recipe. Oh gosh. I got this. I got this. Give me some encouragement, guys. Tell me you've got this. Oh, you know what? I've got my homemade vinegar spray. That's gonna help me open this. This has gotten kind of sticky from sitting there. Okay, it's just gotten a little sticky. It's fine. I'm gonna get this jar open. I'm gonna get it open. Oh, we've got shenanigans going on. Just buckets and buckets of shenanigans to be had. Oh goodness, now I've got this thing all wet. Y'all, what am I doing over here? Okay. Don't mind me. Using my elbow. Oh, I felt it move. Okay, here we go. It worked! Haha! Nice. Yep, it worked. At first when I opened it, it smelled like vinegar, but it just occurred to me I sprayed it with vinegar spray, right? Okay, so don't mind me. Fun times, fun times. Okay, here we go. I've got this very special tool, sponge brush. Very serious. Very serious. We're getting down to serious business here. Okay, I just want to see how this is gonna look with this on here. And yeah, if you wanted it to have more, like if you wanted it to show up more, the coffee grunge, you could paint it first. You could do like the white paint, and this got some of that black. I got some of the black chalk paint on. It's fine. I'm just gonna rub it off, and if it doesn't want to come off, I can even sand it off, or I could just leave it and let it be part of the mystery. You know, part of the distressing, part of all the things, and that works too. Okay, so I'm just using this to stain my wood. That's all I'm doing. Look at how good that looks. Look at how good that looks. And that chalk paint did mostly come off. I do kind of like the way it looks on there, though. I'm just going to leave the rest of it, and it's just going to look beautiful. A happy little accident, as famous artist would say, Bob Ross. If you don't know him, you should. I think he's pretty widely known. Over here making my own happy little accidents. Hi, Shauna. Hi, Martha. William. Wow, I'm over here just being crazy, and I'm missing y'all coming in. Come on in. Welcome to Kingdom Acres. Tonight we're doing some crazy crafting because it is late, and I am a little crazy tonight. Just from all of my things, all of my activities today. I had a really crazy day. I had to go to Houston. Well, I didn't have to go to Houston. I wanted to go to Houston to see my friend's little girl. She got sick, and so she's been admitted into Texas Children's, and she's on antibiotics and all the things, and they're making her better. But I took my youngest over there because they're a group of 3 best friends. There's 3 of them, and so we had them all together at the hospital today, and they had a fun little concert going on in the hospital room, and it was so cute. They were singing about some snail. I don't know. The kids these days and their music. They're little. They're 9 and 10, these girls. So they're singing silly songs about snails and jeans, and I don't know what else, but they're hilarious. And so, but I rode up there with my friend because and we were laughing because I'm a youngest child and she's an oldest child, and so I was like, there was no way I was going to drive up there by myself and have to like figure out where to park in a parking garage. Like, I drive a Yukon XL, okay? Going into those parking garages with my vehicle, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. So and she just got a new vehicle, and it, you know, it's really it's a lot shorter than my vehicle. And as we were going up, this pickup truck was in front of us, and you could tell as the ceiling got shorter and shorter, he went slower and slower. He was nervous. He was really nervous. And I was nervous for him. You could see on the beams, on the concrete beams, you can see scratch marks from people's like lifted trucks and stuff. Scraping. They scrape. It's pretty crazy. So I was like, I am so glad that I am not the one in charge here today, because I don't want to have to figure out what parking garage to be in and then what elevator to use. And then, you know, the ladies who work there, when we got there, they were joking about how they still get lost in that building. It's not comforting. It's not comforting. What's comforting is knowing that I'm not the one who is like in charge. I didn't have to be in charge today. And I was very happy with that. I just wanted to go and see my sweet my sweet friend and her daughter and give them both hugs and kisses and, you know, give them some encouragement and everything. And so mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Hey, Sissy, thanks for coming in. Where are you from? Hey, Martha. Hey, y'all, when y'all come in, say hi and let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're watching from. I appreciate y'all taking time out of your evenings to be here with me and listening to my ramblings. I'm just over here being crazy with my glue gun and all my things, my jars that don't like to open, and my glue gun that likes to glue when it wants to. Sometimes it gets a little too excited about its job and it starts like smoking, and then we have molten hot glue and see, it doesn't want to go. Okay, there we go. And then I inevitably end up burning myself. It's just a grand old time over here. It's just a grand old time. Louisiana Gulf Coast, awesome. I am south of Houston. Okay, this is still a little wet. I'm hoping and praying that this will stick, even though, okay, I'm turning it upside down so I can really see, make sure it's centered. I hope. Good enough. I don't do anything perfect, okay, y'all? Y'all are gonna find this out about me. I love imperfection. I'm not a person that has, like, I like things to be unique and imperfect. Just like me. Nope, it didn't stick. It's too wet. It's too wet. We just need to give it a minute. We still have 5 minutes. We can let it dry a bit. I would use my handy dandy heating tool, but my heating tool is a blow dryer, and it's currently in my bathroom because that is what I used to blow dry my hair this morning. It's dual purpose, okay? It is a dual purpose tool in this house. And so eventually I will have all of the fancy crafting tools. But these days, all of the extra resources and things go towards the tiny people that look like me. They do. Goes towards them and their needs. And now my daughter has a little calf, and she is so precious. And we had a huge win today, okay? So she's had this calf. She purchased the calf on April 12th, okay? And the calf went from the breeder's house to her friend's house so that they could halter break it, because this is our first time. We've never had a cow, and she's never shown before. Like, we're new to this, so we're just trying to stay alive at this point, right? So the cow went somewhere else just for like a week or two, and we went over there several times, you know, throughout the week, the whole time that calf was over there, so she could work with the calf and the people, and they could help. These are very dear friends of ours, very sweet people. And so the calf was great over there. She did a show on the 26th with the calf, and she was fine. We didn't have any like blow ups. The calf didn't try to run away. It was beautiful. Everything went perfect. So we brought the calf home, and we got the calf home. She's comfortable in her stall. She likes everything just fine. But when it comes to the wash rack, she has been terrified. Just like something's gonna eat me. And we're having to pull her, because you can't give in with these cows apparently. Like, they're like toddlers. You give in once and you're done for. Like, they think that they make the rules. So we've been having to drag this very giant animal to the wash rack for almost a week now. And today, this afternoon, she went out there to get the cow to the wash rack, and she just went. Like, she took some coaxing, but she went. We didn't have to go out there and force her. We didn't have to go out there and smooch and clap and push and, you know, we didn't have to do any of that. My 14-year-old was able to do it all by herself. And I was like ecstatic, because I went out there like ready to rumble, you know. Like I give her a few minutes just to make sure, you know, because I want her to do it if she can figure it out. And I went out there and she had figured it out. She did it all by herself. I was just just so excited. So anyways, okay, let's get this on here, get our finishing touch. We've got just a few more minutes, and then I can go to bed and wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to be out of here by 5:30, because I have to be at the church bright and early. And so, all right. And there we go. What do y'all think? We have a cake stand, and I can put my little fake bakes on it, or I can put, you know, little other pieces of primitive decor, and it's just going to be gorgeous. I hope y'all like it. I hope you guys have enjoyed being with me here tonight. I enjoyed all of you, and I enjoyed talking to all of you, and I appreciate y'all again. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight, and I hope you guys catch me when I go live again. What is today? I will be live again on Monday, okay? So I cannot remember times right now. If I tell you, I'll probably be wrong, but just I will make a post, and please check back in and see when I'm live again. Thanks again for being here with me tonight, and thank you for homemaking a homemade home with me today. Y'all take care. Bye.